Hi students of the Civil War, Professor Haas here again with some updates for this second week of our course. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who responded to the blog. It's nice to meet you, nice to learn about you, and I'll be hoping to learn more over the next couple weeks about how your lives might connect to some things in the class. And again, I'll be sharing things about myself too that hopefully connect more to you so that this Blackboard class is more like an in-person class, which is really the ultimate goal of Blackboard in general. So sort of with that out of the way, I have some comments about the past week that I wanted to make clear just to update you on some of the things that I'm concerned about and some things to keep in mind. So the first of them is going on Blackboard. Now, as some of you have completed that online survey, I noticed that this is the first Blackboard course for many of you. So just an idea about the protocol of Blackboard, I would expect you to check Blackboard at least 3 times a week. Now, some of you will go on every day just to see maybe who posted and if there's any updates to assignments and so on, which will happen on occasion that I might give an update on, let's say, a Tuesday, and you may not check it till a Friday, and you missed the opportunity that might have extended an assignment or changed a due date. But I'm expecting you maybe 3 times at least to check Blackboard, where you would check on a Monday, which is the first day of the week, which would be the coursework for that week plus any changes to the schedule. And then maybe, a Wednesday, Thursday, after your reading is done, you've watched the videos, you've listened to the lectures, now it's time to do your postings. Because your postings on a regular week are going to be due on Thursday by midnight. And if you noticed, I changed it to Friday, if any of you had seen Thursday, because we started the class a little bit late, which is understandable. And the other thing that I want you to keep in mind is if you're not checking on Blackboard, that's like not attending class. So if I'm noticing you're not attending Blackboard on a regular basis, as I wrote in my syllabus, that could be grounds for being dropped from the course, just like not coming to class in an in-person class. So I don't want to have to drop anybody from the class, and it seems like everybody, or many of you, are on the verge of graduating. This might be your last class. So I want to get you through school. I want you to graduate on time, and I want you to be successful. So just keep those things in mind so that I don't have to take it to the next step. The other thing I wanted to talk about was discussion boards themselves. So what I've noticed is that for those of you who did complete all of your postings, you were following the right procedure. You posted, and then you responded to someone else with some substantial comments. But what I've also noticed is that some people weren't posting to all the questions. So let's go over the procedure again for Blackboard. I had put this on the announcements page, some information about this to clarify, but I still think some people are confused. So the way that you have to present on the discussion board, at least for my class, is you have to answer all the questions. And that might be 1 question, it might be 4 questions. And based on the questions you answer, that's what I'm grading you on, that you've completed them all. It's not that you have to answer only 2 of the 4, you have to answer all of them. Now, after your initial post, I'm only asking you to formally respond with a substantial response to 2 different questions. 2 people, 1 per question. So a total of 2 sort of paragraph responses. Now, feel free to respond to all of the questions and as many people as you want, because of course it's a discussion. So I'm looking for there to be a discussion element to the class. But in terms of the rubric of how I'm going to actually be grading you, that's what it's based on. It's based on, did you respond to all the questions, and then did you make a secondary response to at least 2 people's initial response. So if you keep these things in mind, I don't think there'll be any problems for this course. And like I said, people who have responded, it's been some excellent writing, some excellent points. You'll notice that I respond to almost everybody's. Typically, I might not respond if it's coming in at the last second and I've already made that comment to someone else, but I try to really be engaged and try to give you some feedback immediately and then look for somebody else to comment off of my response. And I'll never force you into a box and say, this is wrong, you need to think of the way I do, but I'll try to give you some guidance as to why what you're writing may not make sense to me or why I'm unclear as to what you're saying. Because the ultimate goal is to become a better writer, a better reader, to be able to understand what you read, to be able to synthesize it, and be able to explain your viewpoint, which is the life skill and the job skill that you should be taking away from college. So Until the next video, this is Professor Haas signing out. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, to call me. You'll be hearing my lectures. You might be hearing another guided PowerPoint presentation like you had this past week. But again, until then, I hope you enjoy the second week. And for those of you who just signed into the class, welcome to the class. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.